With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
13. You are X.
On first down, it's Burnett. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the Dolphins' 11-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Roma Dunze, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw. Hall. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go. Alert. Viking 18. Go street. Ready.
Now a give, running left is right. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
70, Hawk 70.
Here's Hall. Now he's going to step up and run. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their route, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here's Hall. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Get it. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors 70. 19 Lions.
Hall. Throw left side complete. That's Steele. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
To kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he sheds himself free. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rome Odunze. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Ravens have got it.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll run on first down. Burnett, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the gun, Jackson. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Ravens 14. Dolphins nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Now it's Hall. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Cracker 80.
Hall to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Roberts. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
43-yard line.
Go.
A give up the middle to right.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball, because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Dolphins nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.